Grate 4 ounces of salted butter. Make 4 ounces of buttermilk, 1 teaspoon of vinegar. I use So Delicious. Always get down. 4 ounces. Now that that's all done, we have to get the wet ingredients together. This is the same procedure as my buttermilk biscuit recipe, which will be linked right here in the top right corner. If you want to hear all the tips and tricks to making these scones, it's the same as my biscuit recipe. The only difference is we're not going to add all the liquid that I'm making right here. We're going to save a little bit for egg wash. Add in the butter, same as the biscuits. Add in your wet. Not all of it. Add in blueberries. Just like the biscuits, we gotta let this chill for a little while, let the coconut flour hydrate. But I did change the measurements a little bit in this once I realized that I can do more protein powder and less coconut flour. You get fluffier biscuit. Okay, so the scone recipe I followed was literally exactly like my biscuit recipe. So that's why I didn't make many changes. It did say to flour your surface, flour the top. I need mine a little bit because ours doesn't have any gluten in it, so it doesn't really matter. So I always have some unflavored whey protein. All your dough out. I always get my hands kind of covered. Does help to have gloves here too. I did that the one time. Makes it much easier. Just like my biscuit recipe, we want this in a big rectangle. I get it all kind of not sticky. And I take, fold it over. Once it's not super sticky, I pour some of my protein powder out. You can do this in the traditional round shape and do 8 cuts, but they were a little big. I did that wrong. I want this into 6, so into thirds. And then into triangles. I found trying to do them into 12 while it was in a round shape made them too long and skinny. Like that. Little scones onto a parchment-lined baking tray. They're a little bit uneven. You can shape them. And if they're a little bit too big, like I know these ones in the middle are a little bit bigger than these guys out here. Take a little bit, add it on. You don't want these super close together. They do grow quite a bit. This guy's a little big. Add a little bit to that guy. This guy is a tiny bit big too. There. Let's try a little blueberry. Okay, so you got 12 scones. We're gonna brush them and chill them for a little bit and preheat our oven to 400 degrees. So our leftover little bit of egg wash. You can also sprinkle them with brown Locanto sweetener or granular sweetener of some kind. It doesn't really add too much. We're gonna add a little frosting onto this anyways. So pop these into the fridge while the oven is preheating. Now at home, 400, 18 to 22 minutes, turning halfway through. I have to cook it a lot less time. For the icing, you can make whenever. It's the exact same as my birthday cake donut recipe. Except for, we're gonna add in a little bit of vanilla and cinnamon. And that's it. If you're not gonna use it right away, cover it with plastic wrap until the scones are completely cooled. They are done. We're gonna let them cool and then we just gotta glaze them. Okay, it's time to drizzle. Now, if you have not checked out my buttermilk biscuit recipe, I highly suggest you do. That is one that really isn't that highly viewed, but that biscuit is so good. I use it for sausage gravy and biscuits all the time. And I'll write my revisions to the blog post for that because I did change it a little bit, but it is so light and fluffy. And I'll also add to my blog post for this all the different variations I've done because I have done a bunch of different flavors. And they're all delicious. Could be doing a better job at this, but it's hard to have a camera in front of your face and trying to drizzle. I'm also doing a test with frozen blueberries, which looked like that worked also. I'll have to take a bite though to see if it's good or not. If you got extra, just go back. And these blueberry scones are 2 net carbs a piece. And you can totally freeze these, thaw them in your fridge, and throw them in the toaster oven. Now, I would normally let these dry. Super soft. Got one with a lot of blueberries in it. Super soft and fluffy. So good. And I said I'll leave you all the variations below. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to check out my Amazon links and the blog link in the description box below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, And as always, I'll be back with many more keto dessert recipes. Bye guys!